welcome to Baby Bubble with me, Helen. This is a tip video really for the parents that are experiencing a child that seems to have good attention and listening, seems to understand everything because when we give them instruction they're following through with that, but we cannot get them talking. And this is unbelievably common. I think it's probably the main conversation I have with parents that are worried about speech delays. And an analogy that I always use with this is very much speech is like a tap. It's quite stiff to put on in the beginning, but once those words start flowing, they just flow. So we have to do a little bit of work, and so around that I've got a video for you which is all about exercising our mouth muscles, because to talk, just the sentence I've just said required my tongue to move, required my lips to move, different air pockets to be used at different times, let alone my voice box. So it all starts here, right at the front of our mouths. So our first activity that I've got for us is just simply, I've watered down some paint, or it's quite old paint anyway. And we are going to enjoy the power of the straw. Now I have got plastic straws, and I have to say I've tried this with paper straws, not as easy to use for little ones. So I am recommending plastic straws, and we're just simply going to blow. Making different shapes, you can join in too, and this blowing experience is exercising our lips into a pout. And a pout actually produces so many of our words in the English language. So go through the alphabet ABC and you'll see how much your lips need to come forward. And it's not something that we do when we're just holding our face still. So it's definitely something that we need to exercise. It also encourages us to put our tongue out of the way, allowing the air to get to our teeth and past our lips, which is essentially what we do when we're talking. So that's my example for that. I hope that made sense. If it's more watered down, the less the child would need to blow. So depending on how difficult your child finds this, water down the paint appropriately. And get involved as well, have fun. It doesn't need to be on a piece of paper, it could have just been on the tray. It could be outside blowing water along, as long as it's mark making, as long as they can see the air they are getting through here makes a difference to the thing in front of them. This is worth doing. So you could do this with feathers, you could do this with marbles, blow them along as they get stronger and stronger. We're also really using these muscles up here, which strengthen the whole mouth. And if you are a dummy family, which is absolutely no judgment here, dummies have their place, it's going to exercise those muscles that we don't use when we're sucking in on a dummy. So another great example for why this is a good activity. So I then got a little bit of water into a tray, and I'm going to add now some fairy liquid. So we're essentially making our own bubbles, not with a wand, but with the power of a straw. So that was quite a bit, so we'll see what happens. You'll see that I've got this on a tray as well, because it's going to get messy, and we don't want to say, hey, stop blowing at any point. So we're encouraging blowing for as long as we can to strengthen those muscles. Wow! Encourage your child to watch this video as well so that they want to copy what I'm doing. Isn't that awesome? So this is going to overspill. So 3 fairly small breaths, and look what I have created. This is such an amazing activity. I can pop them down. I can collect them in another bucket. So we've now got our bubbles, loads of water left. So this could be, if your attention listens there, this could be a really long focus activity. I know what you're going to say, but my child will suck. And that is a definite that's going to happen, especially for our dummy users and anyone that's had a bottle recently, is still having breast milk. We have to suck to survive, so our sucking reflex is incredibly strong. So yeah, as soon as this is on offer, no matter how many times you say blow, they are definitely going to suck. And I would say the children that suck once and think it's disgusting will never ever do it again. It will put them right off. However, some children will quite like it, which is gross. So it's a real simple tip. We're just going to get our scissors and we're just going to put an incision into the side. So then you can see that my straw now opens, which will affect the blowing. It will. No two ways about it. I'm not going to get as strong a blow. But I've still got good cause and effect there. Something's still happening that's quite wild. But then by having that, if the child sucks, not as much liquid can go in for a start, but also it's not as easy. It will be a harder suck because the air is going up with that incision. Okay? So